I am glad that you have also come back to the Bitcoin channel. Congratulations from everyone who owns XRP. You have shown a huge amount of love. If you keep showing your support, these changes will definitely keep happening. BlackRock, on the other hand, is back and buying Bitcoin and Ethereum right here with us. Yesterday, May 28th, which was the 28th of May, they bought 4,420 Bitcoin and 19,810 Ethereum. Every single day, all of their things are driving them completely crazy. Additionally, this should help you a lot in figuring out the amount of interest that there is. The only business we're going to talk about BlackRock here. There is no doubt that this does not take into account the other large businesses and organizations that want to buy this digital good. Please allow me to look at how the markets are right now, after taking into account the fact that the market is slowly but surely getting better. If you look at the last hour, you'll see that there is a lot of green money right now. A 20% to 30% rise in sales is not unreasonable, and we will take it. Right now, the month is getting pretty close to ending. There are now only 2 days left in the month. In addition, it will be very important because the days that are what's to come are very important. One important thing that helps us figure out what will happen as June comes to a close is how Bitcoin acts at the end of the monthly light. The price of XRP is $2.2929 right now, which is 3% more than the price of Bitcoin. A total of about $2 bill 300 million worth of XRP is moved every 24 hours, and it's worth about 134 billion 600 million. But before we go any further, I want to make it exceptionally clear that nothing on this channel is meant to be taken as financial assistance. You should do these things before you invest any money in cryptocurrency. Just like with any other investment, you should always do your own study. The news source Crypto Insight UK says that XRP is about to make a very risky move. It's important that you look at the chart because I want to talk about his chart. Each person has their own unique way of looking at things. If you read my analysis, you know what goals I'm looking at and how I break them down into Fibonacci levels. In my view, this is a better way for me to look at both the price of a specific equity and the general trend and state of the market. So let's talk about XRP right now. But this is what you know is a daily time frame. He's keeping an eye on XRP at USDT, and you can see this for yourself. He thinks there will be support around $265. If it does happen, that's when things start to go crazy for him. This map will now be shown in a more noticeable way, and for now I'll talk about my own thoughts on the matter. That's all. Starting today, central banks will be able to use Ripple to send big amounts of CBDCs because they can be added to crypto assets that are moving around on another blockchain. It is possible for units that were spread on a wholesale CBDC's native blockchain to be moved to other blockchains. This process is called blockchain transfer. This is a possible choice for Ripple. Of course, these are important things. Take a look at this and be sure to thank Chad. It's true that they met with Trump. After that, they chose XRP and put everything together. This has mostly to do with do you know about the latest news from Saudi Arabia that was mentioned in the most recent report we sent you? Because you talked to President Trump and his team, you were able to see this for yourself. The last time I went to Saudi Arabia was in 2018. The use of blockchain technology and digital assets in the government seems to be happening at just the right time. Our happiness at being able to help Vivo Power with this information doesn't really surprise me since I've been thinking a lot about it. In my view, it's not just happening in North America. I think there will be a change everywhere on Earth. And this is just one example of it happening right now. You can see that you don't have much time left to do this. Another big story that has a lot of people excited is the amount of money that is hitting the cryptocurrency market, which is almost impossible to imagine. The Trump government has pretty much taken away the obstacle that existed between cryptocurrency and 401k plans during Biden's time in office. Individuals can now buy Bitcoin and then use it to buy other things. Put the money into their 401k plans. Things will be different. Now think about all the money that was excited about the chance to invest in Bitcoin. You can now do that more than anything else. This only changes the rules. I totally agree with Chad as well. Because of this, it's possible that this comment alone could lead to the accumulation of huge amounts of money. These are very exciting changes. Anyone who owns XRP also has a financial stake in the money that Ripple futures bring in. Also, please read. When everything is said and done, people who buy XRP have bought a piece of the future cash flows that Ripple will get from licensing its transaction payment system, without a doubt been written down. Extraordinary good things are being said about XRP and the ways it can be used in more and more stories. The last 5 years have seen no such thing happen. Now you can see it happening, which shows how far this market has come. Take a look at this. It is expected that by 2030, the market for foreign payments will be worth $290,000. It is thought that Ripple really shines and comes into its own when it is used as a one-stop shop. This is exactly what makes me happy. But before we do that, let's find out what the prices are right now. In terms of control, it is starting to lose some of the strength it used to have. Since then, we've gone down to 63.45% of the total. We're now very close to 63.75. You can see for yourself that cryptocurrency prices did go down and Bitcoin prices went up a little. I plan to give you a copy of the daily schedule. Bitcoin has clearly been going up, and it's possible that we're getting closer and closer to $19,000 as morning approaches. Even though we are now above 110, Bitcoin needs to end very soon, when the month light is bigger than 110,000 pounds. The fact that it can do that makes me think that it might mean that this month will be very good. Even though you are only watching my market analysis update, I have already told you many times how important it is for Bitcoin that the monthly candle closes. I think this helps us understand that there is a good chance that we will test possibly the 23.6% fib support line again before we start moving in the opposite direction. The reason for this is that I think this gives us a better chance if Bitcoin can't close at some of these levels, like if it ends at 100,000 or less. An indication now. The next few days are very important because of this. The price of XRP stays pretty steady at around $2.30 right now, so there isn't anything really amazing about it. As of right now, it is still having some trouble getting over this important hurdle. There is strong evidence to say that there is a lot of opposition in this area. Let us start at the beginning and talk about the big report that Crypto Insight UK put out. My aim is for this to hit 247. If it's possible for it to break out. Take a look at the price of $2.65 that is shown on our charts. To my great happiness, $2.65, $65.40.